Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee for the 2007 Choice Hotels U.S. Open Racquetball Championship. Another exciting men's quarterfinal match. Shane Vanderson, Alvaro Beltran. We talked about this earlier, Mike. What a matchup here. I mean, Shane and Alvaro seem to match up really well. I watched them play against each other in Colorado, another Grand Slam event, and I think it was Alvaro up 9-2 in the third game after leading 2-0, and Shane Vanderson took that away from him.
Well, the thing about Shane, he's very dangerous. He's one of those players that his game expands when he's playing well and decreases rapidly when he's playing poorly. So if he finds his groove, he's a very difficult person to read and very difficult player to beat.
They shake hands. Shane Vanderson wins the toss. If you're watching racquetball for the first time, Mike Cerisi and I will do our best to help you out here with the rules.
This
starts off
Shane won the coin toss, so
best 3 out of 5 to 11. It's a very, very tough sport to watch. Sometimes it gets going real fast. Stay tuned. We'll let you know exactly what's going on here. Shane Vanderson starts with a drive serve. And that's out of the court. And perfect timing for us to talk about that rule where the ball goes out of the court. This is a special portable racquetball court. So Mike, explain to the viewers at home how that rule works.
Well, there the ball went straight out of the court off the front wall. That means that the player that hit the ball loses that rally. So that was a point for Shane.
Stay ball. Let ball sit. 2-0.
The sidewalk.
2-0.
That get by Alvaro was very close. One of the rules, again, for you viewers at home watching racquetball for the first time, you got to get the ball on one bounce. As Alvaro dove there, he just barely got his racket on it. Tough call for the referee, but I thought he got it, Mike.
I thought he did too, right off the end of the racket. That's more Alvaro Beltran's game right there. He, almost every time that he hits a kill shot, you'll see that he needs a side wall, and he likes to use the pinch. He's probably got the best pinches in the game, both forehand and backhand.
Alvaro on the board now, 1-3, game 1. We'll be right back for more quarterfinal action.
The Choice Hotels U.S. Open Racquetball Championships is brought to you by the Choice Hotels International family of hotel brands, with over 5,000 locations and 10 different brands worldwide, offering every type of accommodation in every price range. We meet all your travel needs. For reservations, visit us at choicehotels.com. Choice Hotels, we'll see you there. And by Wilson Art Flooring. If it's tough enough for pro racquetball, it's tough enough for your home. Enjoy the beauty and durability of Wilson Art Flooring, available at fine covering centers everywhere. And by Lucite International, the worldwide leader in crystal clear acrylic. To learn more, visit lucite.com. And by USA Racquetball, your link to the greatest game on earth. To learn more about how racquetball can improve the quality of your life, visit usaracquetball.com for all the details.
It was almost 50 years ago when Danny Thomas had a dream of creating a unique research hospital devoted to curing catastrophic diseases in children. More than just a treatment facility, this would be a research center for children from all parts of the world. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital has always played a big part in the sport of racquetball. Every year since the U.S. Open began here in Memphis, the players take time out to go over and visit these children. The Choice Hotels U.S. Open Racquetball Championships has donated now over $100,000 to St. Jude's. This helps in advancing the research and treatment for these brave children. Not only is this great for the kids to meet these professional athletes, but it's also a reminder to the players and all of us truly what real strength and courage is all about.
back at this great Grand Slam tournament here in Memphis, the 2007 Choice Hotels U.S. Open.
Side out.
Good solid start for
Serving
Vanderson. He
one.
looks good. To be honest, it looks like Alvaro looks a little clunky still. He's not settled in yet, where I think Shane's already feeling good about this.
Point.
You know, Mike, with this game being such a game of fitness, or everybody's running all over the place,
Four,
as it
serving
gets
one.
into the later games, like let's say this thing gets pushed into a fourth or a fifth game, who do you think has the advantage from a fitness standpoint and conditioning?
Well, you know what? This is an interesting matchup from that perspective. Both of them are kind of mercurial trainers.
Point.
And it's interesting when we talked about that matchup last time in Colorado where they went 5 games.
5, serving 1.
And then Alvaro had to play Javier. I was sitting in the booth talking about that match, and I thought for sure after we saw in the 5th game, Alvaro was cramping up, and it didn't seem like he had much left. And then he pushed through Javier and somehow dug deep enough. He's just got enough mental toughness to get through some of that stuff.
Yeah, he sure does. He's got great mental reserve. Good down the line, and a good serve there by Alvaro. Played that rally the way more his style of racquetball. Either one of these players are in phenomenal shape,
Two, serving
but very
5.
good shape. And in this match, I don't think it'll come down to fitness. It's going to come down to who wants it more.
It's a good shot.
Alvaro's kind of telegraphing
6,
that
serving
forehand
2.
serve. He's stepping to the right and he's moving to the right.
Yeah, it just does not seem like Alvaro has found his game yet. It seems like he's just working these bugs out,
serving 2.
dusting the racket off here or something. I don't know. He's just missing more shots than I've seen him miss in a first game.
Yeah, he looks clunky. I mean, he just doesn't look like he's got settled. That's a good
Timeout.
timeout. I mean, I think it's time for him to get back and get back to doing what he wants to do, which I'm not sure that he's established anything at this point. And his game is the high lob nick to the forehand and forcing players to take low percentage shots from 40 feet or a tough cutoff. So he's got to get back to that and establish that before he can work on anything else.
Shane Vanderson's going to leave the court, and we're going to take a break ourselves. 7-2, game 1. We'll be right back with this exciting quarterfinal match. Shane Vanderson, Alvaro Beltran.
Hi, I'm Fran Davis. Today, let's cover court position. Court position is being the best position possible to cover your majority of the shots. Let's take a look at where court position really is. The court is 40 feet long. The short line cuts the court in half. That's 20 feet from the front wall. 80 to 90% of all balls end up in the back half of the court. The middle of the back half of the court, which is right here, this is what we're going to establish as center court. If you're in this position, you can reach 70% of the balls. They either come through that box, or with one step in a reach, you can get to a majority of those balls.
Welcome back. Shane Vanderson with the lead now, 7-2. Good timeout. Alvaro Beltran goes out, thinks it over, trying to find his way into this first game. Doesn't want to give it away.
Skip.
Yeah, Alvaro needs to establish something. I mean, it's not a matter of throwing the towel in this game by any stretch. There's a long way to go, but he needs to get settled, get moving, and start hitting some shots.
Oh, bad miss there.
That's ridiculous.
It's a
3,
smart shot.
serving 7.
That's not the kind of shot that will win you any favors on the pro game. You know, it's an amazing thing. You hit
4,
one
serving
shot
7.
that is just ridiculous, and all of a sudden you're only up by a couple of points, and Alvaro scores 1 or 2 more, and the momentum will have changed.
That's short. That serve was short.
It looked like it bounced right on the line.
Side up.
So it's a side out. Now this is something interesting that is brand new to the sport of racquetball. as we talked about in commentary before, with one set of eyes, Jason Thorne, and there's an eye on him to make all the calls, but now there's this new side line judge. Andy Hawthorne actually made a call on the side and overturned Jason Thorne's call, which was a short serve, which I thought was the right call.
It was definitely short.
4-7.
There's no question. Not very hard to tell. He hit it about 3 miles an hour. We should be able to pick those up.
Yeah, you know, and it's great because now with this extra set of eyes, we're kind of matching like every other sport where it's not just relying on one referee. It seems like every sport's got another officiate. I mean, multiple.
Absolutely.
Tennis has got like 8 or 10 people out there looking.
That's right. Side judges, back judges, line judges, referees. You got the whole shooting match. Here we've got 2, which is a step in the right direction.
Stick with that high lob. Ooh, that's a huge backhand. You got to love that. Shane Vanderson just whips that thing across. It's a great shot in the right corner.
But Alvaro snuck back in this game. You know, it's only 2 points now, and one more good return, and I think he can be right back in it. And there it is.
Nope.
You can see the crowd starting to wake up with Alvaro.
High lob Z now. Oh, that's 2 bounces.
Point.
No, he got it.
Yeah.
You thought he got it, Mike?
I thought he got it, but you know what? He kind of took
Six,
a kind
seven.
of stutter step, and it looked like it wasn't going to get there, and then he stretched out, and that's one thing that Alvaro does very well. He's got long reach. Makes the court seem smaller. No, perfect.
Set up.
So like you said, Alvaro just kind of
7, serving
sneaking
6.
his way back into this. 6-7 now.
It's time for Shane to mix up his serve, and he realizes that. He hit a couple of Z's and got them stuck down his throat, so now he's going back to the lob.
That's a perfect shot.
Vanderson's hit his forehand as good as I've ever seen him hit it in this first game.
6.
He's, I think he's missed one, and he's rolled every other one he's touched. Tough to beat if he's going to keep doing that.
Nine, serving 6. Set up.
I think Alvaro got away with that one. I just don't think it's a smart move to be returning serve
Six,
to
serving 9.
Shane's backhand, but somehow Shane missed it.
You're exactly right. He doesn't want. He's not going to make a living doing that. Kaboom.
Oh my!
No.
Oh, but just barely missed it. Low percentage shot. Probably shouldn't have taken that. But I mean, if anybody's going to take it,
Seven, serving
remember
9.
Sudsy.
Yes.
To bring him up again, but I mean, with the backhand like Shane's, I mean, Sudsy used to do that same thing. It was almost like he would jump out of the air to hit a huge backhand like that.
That's right. And you know what? One thing I've noticed, and that's a very good move on Shane's part, he's taken that ball straight in. Last year and past years when he was a little less experienced, he'd hit that ball side front, which was extremely difficult.
Point.
Now he's taking them straight in. You won't see him miss too many, although he's missed a couple in the last couple of points. You won't see him miss too many straight in backhands.
8-9 now. Alvaro Beltran serving. I think he's going to stick with that lob, that high lob, to the forehand side.
Kind of caught a crack there. The thing when you hit that high lob, if you don't hit it out a little bit from the side wall, it can catch the crack and bounce straight up, and then you leave yourself a dead duck setup.
Point.
That one looked like it hit the door. Yeah, it did. Bit of a bad hop there for Alvaro.
10, serving 8.
That's the advantage of hitting the Z-serve on this particular court.
Now Shane Vanderson with a game point. Put himself up 1-0. And he does with a big miss by Alvaro Beltran. And that's it, 11-8. Shane Vanderson takes game 1. We'll be right back for game 2 here. Men's Pro quarterfinals, the 2007 Choice Hotels US Open Racquetball Championship. Go ahead.